Hey everybody, welcome to learntocook.com. Today we're going to be preparing a Reuben sandwich. A Reuben sandwich is really fun, really easy to make, especially right after St. Patrick's holiday, right? When we have a lot of corned beef laying around the house and we don't know what to do with. But it's also fun to do any other time of the day. It's really simple, really fun to do. We don't need a lot of ingredients. It doesn't take a lot of time to do. In fact, it only takes about 2 or 3 steps to do. So the ingredients we are going to utilize today, it's going to be rye bread, and we have marble rye, but you can utilize just regular rye, or you can use marble rye if you prefer. Today we're using marble. So we're also going to use some Thousand Island dressing. Thousand Island dressing is really easy to find at your local grocery store. We're going to use some Swiss cheese. We're going to do some sauerkraut, also really easy to find. And of course the corned beef, and we're going to use a little bit of butter. And the way we're going to build this is going to build the sandwich first, because the sandwich is actually served warm. So we're going to build the sandwich first. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our bread, right? We're going to grab the Thousand Island dressing, and we're going to spread some of that Thousand Island dressing on the bread. Making sure that we have nice and even layers. So it's make sure that all the bread is covered on the dressing. So once we have that, we are going to start layering those ingredients. And the reason we layer the ingredients is gives a little bit more complexity to the flavor of the actual sandwich. So I'm going to start off with layering some of the corned beef. And then we're going to add some of the sauerkraut. And this you can, some people don't like sauerkraut, some people do, some people like it a lot more than others. You can add as much of it as you want, or you can, feel free to not use it if you don't, if that's what you prefer, So we're gonna put another layer of the corned beef. The corned beef. Once we have the second layer of the corned beef, we are going to top the corned beef off with the Swiss cheese, and once we have that, we're going to cover up our sandwich. And once we're done with this, we're going to take it over to the stove. So once we're in the stove, what we're going to do is we're going to heat up a pan. And you want to make sure that the pan, whatever pan you're going to use, you want to make sure that it's heat resistant. What I mean by that is we're going to actually, once we're done here, we're going to pop it in the oven. So you want to make sure that you don't use anything that's going to melt in the oven. So the handles are safe, and you don't have any plastic or whatever the case may be. So make sure that it's nice and heat resistant. So once the butter is starting to melt, we're going to place the sandwich, and we're actually going to let it toast for a little bit, about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how high your heat is and how thick the bread is. You can always use a thicker bread if you want to. And once the bottom side of it it's toasted, we're going to flip the sandwich so we can toast the other side of the sandwich. And we're going to be very careful here so that, one, the ingredients don't come out, and then 2, you don't burn yourself too. So you want to be very careful when you do that. After you flip the sandwich, you're going to pop this in the oven for about 2 to 3 minutes. So now that we've remove our Reuben from the oven, about 2 or 3 minutes after we put it in the oven, and the ingredients are the cheese is melted through, and then also the ingredients are nice and warm, and the bread is toasted, we're going to take it out of the oven, and we're just going to cut it in half so we can serve it. And once it's cut in half, you are ready to enjoy your sandwich. Again, really simple, really easy to make, and once again, it's a Reuben sandwich is really easy to make, really fun to make. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Chef Fernando Mojica with learntocook.com. I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Well, thanks for joining us today at learntocook.com. Be sure to comment and to subscribe. Also visit us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great day and thank you.